Mike, Mike, pass. Pass.
You all.
I'm Donnie Carroll.
Hello, Donnie.
I'm Marcus Carter.
Hello, Marcus.
We doing sobriety dates?
Yeah.
So I went through treatment in June of 2023, and my last drink or drug was July 31st. So my sobriety date is August 1st of 2023.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. Mine is actually a funny story, but I mean, I don't know if I should get
Aren't
on
they all?
a whole lot of that, but like, so it was the 16th originally until I got into the program and started like understanding certain things and this and that. So it's actually March the 22nd of 22.
Oh, wow. So it's getting ready. It's coming up.
It's right here.
Wow. So those are what, at least from my experience, when I remember sitting in treatment and guys were coming in and talking to us, and one of them had like 2 years, and I was like, there's no way. And then one came in and had like 6 months and 90 days, and I was like, wow, you all are experts on this shit.
Yeah.
You all are what I need to, like, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is I feel like that is a substantial amount of cleaner sobriety time, which is kind of what I want to highlight or focus on today, if that's cool for both of y'all. First up, Donnie, since you got the mic, you tell me something about the first time meeting Marcus, what that was like for you. What do you remember from that?
Oh my God. So I think. Oh,
You're good.
yeah. Check one. So I guess it would be, like in the program and stuff, but like hearing him rant about this, some misunderstanding, like things that we couldn't understand in the program and why certain things were this way. And I'm like, that's my guy right there. Like, I have these same thoughts, just he knows how to voice them better than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fell in love with that. And like, cause he had that voice that I don't have. Like, I'm more reserved, I guess, or something, or maybe I'm afraid of saying things because I'm afraid of looking stupid. But like, this man gave me hope from day one that like, hey man, like, I have those same thoughts, bro. Like,
He voiced it.
yeah, the voice, and like he's helped me find that.
That's nice. It's good to have people like that in your corner, or at least for me as well. I'm more like that. What was it about the challenges you were coming up with that made you voice like contempt for them?
I don't know what. Oh God. Oh, that one. Anything spiritual, God-related, religious, like. My idea of recovery was they're going to put me in the basement of a church and throw Bibles at me, like
Holy water and all that.
yeah, like I was a militant atheist.
What does that mean?
So
What does it look like?
what does it look like? I think anyone that believed in God, and this is past tense, is either they just don't have a better explanation for anything than how the universe behaves the way that it does, or they're too stupid to understand the answers that were given.
Okay.
And like, if you bring it up to me, I will argue tooth and nail and try and prove you wrong.
All right. So you had some religious trauma.
I really wasn't raised religious. My religious readings were basically to gain knowledge so I could argue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're just like the cog that didn't want to work right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect. Well, so just you were about, for my math is horrible, and it's just off the top of my head here, but you were like a year in. Mark shows up. Is that right around then? And you all are both living, and you were at the time still living in the sober living program at the time, and not a lot of places have sober living programs like what Recovery Resources has, but a lot of places have halfway houses. And was this the first time that either of you all had been involved in any type of recovery living at all?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was my first time as well.
So what kind of ideas did you have about it coming in, and how was it different than what those ideas were? Or was it?
I definitely thought of more of a structured environment. I was expecting some sort of facility type halfway house with locks, and we were behind closed doors most of the time. Like, we were let out to go out into the community under strict restrictions. that's cumbersome.
But it works.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was expecting church requirements.
Again,
With the church, like, was not feeling all of that.
wow.
But,
So like recovery to you looks like a Spanish Inquisition. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it either.
I have the very same views. I mean, like, I didn't know if it was going to be like a jailhouse or like some kind of like hospital facility. Like, okay, I'm going to have my own room. It's going to be locked up. Like, I'm going to have to be escorted down the hall. Like in like the what's like scrubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like scrubs and stuff everywhere I go. But like that
Institutional vibes.
yeah, absolutely institutional vibe.
Wow. So both of y'all had like a very cynical view of what recovery living or I guess what the philosophy of recovery was going to look like in your lives. Why choose that over continuing?
Ooh, why choose that?
Yeah.
Because where I come from, like the state of mind, so to say, right, that I come from, that where I was at, and finally made a decision to come to where I am today, right? I was miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like I was at the point to where I didn't want to wake up tomorrow. Wished it, you know, for the most part. So like somebody told me that, hey, look, this will help you, right? I know it will. And I finally decided to try that. And I mean, like, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? I found a life like I didn't know exactly what I wanted life to look like. But dude, my life is amazing today. Amazing. To think back to where I was whenever I was willing to try something different, right? Like, man, I couldn't even, it's hard to put it in words.
Yeah. As it probably should be. What was it that you were willing to hold on to? Well, like, maybe a better question was, what were you trying to hold on to the most, you think, coming into recovery, sober living wise?
What was I trying to hang on to the most?
What ideas have been the hardest for you to let go of?
My idea on what a man is. You know what I'm saying? Like keeping that open, right? Because I mean, really, like, I guess really that just depends on where the man is, on like really what he needs to be. You know, like whenever I was in jail, man, like you had to be like that tough guy that's not gonna take no crap, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And like do the most, you know. And like I've struggled with like the idea of what a man is, and like today as somebody that is helpful to the people around him, I truly feel like that's a good man. You know, showing up for my kids today, like it's fairly simple.
When you break like down to its essence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's easier and seems more wholesome as well. Like it's doable that way. Marcus, for you, like, what do you think the hardest thing you encountered in recovery was, other than your own cynicism or your devout militant atheist views?
The hardest thing in my recovery, losing my daughter to state's custody.
When did that happen?
About 2 weeks before I went into treatment, I was in a mental health facility and had lost the house, everything, and got the call, and completely came apart. Attempted suicide. That was rough.
What happened?
Long term.
Sure.
I left treatment. I went to sober living, and after a little under a year, I moved out and I got custody back of my daughter, full custody.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were like actively pursuing this the whole time as well?
Yeah. The second I got out of treatment, I was in contact with DCS and jumped through all the hoops, did everything I should do for them, and somewhere along the way in my journey, I don't know, man, I got a little bit of peace, and suicide didn't seem like an option anymore.
I love that. It didn't seem like the freedom that it normally does. It doesn't have that same like cadence to it in that way.
What do you mean?
Suicide, at some points, it can feel like a viable option for
Oh, yeah.
relief or freedom from what I'm going through.
Yeah, it
Like
was.
I'm doing the world a favor, but
Yeah.
not like in a self-pity way. Like this might actually work for me to do some good, you know?
Yeah, and it was like my default coping mechanism, like when life felt completely out of control and I felt completely powerless over everything, like I know I can take my own life.
Yeah.
Like that was my go-to thing that I
Asserting
felt like
control, or at least not a feeling of control over it. You know, like often I think we hear about in the rooms of recovery and just in general. There's always, and I work in the judicial field, so there's always the echo of wanting to get my kids back is always something that's there, and like to me that I feel like that's surface level comparatively to what that experience is like for the kids. So how has your daughter reacted to all of this?
She has actually handled it really well. She was blessed to be at a foster home with a really good family, and the transition it wasn't easy, but she is thriving. Like she's doing well in school. Man, it's amazing. Honestly, I got to send her on a cruise last week. She got to go to the Bahamas. Like, man, she's made some really good friends with other people in the room's kids. She really seems to be doing really well. Yeah.
She gets to benefit off your freedom as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. That is, I think, I feel like that's pretty heavy. I don't know how far that ripples out. We won't know for like a while, but like I feel like those are some good ripples.
One of the big things that I see different nowadays, when she first came back, she lived with me and saw me through all of my addictions. So when she first came back, she acted like she had to take care of me. And like it was kind of her responsibility as a 5-year-old to take care of her dad. And today she gets to be a kid and like actually let me take care of her.
You may have stopped something there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe broke a cycle.
We'll see.
Just for today.
Yeah, just for today. Donnie, what's been for you? I know you've ran into a few things. I know just in my head the cottonmouth bite that you sustained could have taken you. What's been the thing you think that makes you stick around the most? Like, why are you still here even after you find out that it's not all scrubs and uniforms and institutional and giant fluorescent lights? Maybe some fluorescent lights, but not like just all buzzing all the time in your straitjacket. Why are you still here?
Why am I still here, man? Because like to pay it forward, right? One of the things I owe the most to where I am today is people helping me pick myself up. And Craig says it all the time, love them back to sanity, right? And somebody loved me back to sanity. So I think one of the biggest things that keeps me here, man, is like paying it forward. Like I want to help the next man up, right? Because I was a guy that was just lost and I was broken, dude. I was hopeless. And somebody, took me up. They and like I'm 32. Like, oh well, yeah, I think I was 32 at the time, right? Whatever. And 32-year-old man, right? And I can't hold down a job. Personal hygiene's off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Like I was lost and broken, sleeping in the bushes and in this abandoned house and stuff, man. Like I was lost. I gave up. And somebody loved me enough to take me in, and these people didn't even know me. I was a person coming out of a treatment facility, and they took me in and helped me get to where I am today. And I feel like it's detrimental to my sobriety and just me as a person, like to give that back to the community,
Okay.
and give that back to that man that was in the same position.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I guess that's also a testament to whatever's going on within you. I don't know that you would be in a position where your mindset was to want to pay it forward or even to feel like you have anything to pay forward. That's pretty powerful to me from what I hear. I'm curious like what that is, or what that freedom looks like for you. But give the microphone to Marks for a minute. What do you feel like about Donnie that is the things that allow him to stay? Like, what do you see in him, personality traits wise, that you think of? Like, those are like the apex personality traits that create Donnie.
So I remember when I first met Donnie, he didn't know who I was. I was sitting on the other side at aftercare and treatment, and he came in, and the dude was just happy. Like, he was upbeat, and like, you know, suicide's a big part. Like, I didn't understand how the dude just had a smile on his face.
He's either high or brainwashed or something.
I don't know. Definitely wasn't God. But that, and dude, Donnie is always willing to help. Like, always. Like, Donnie is in the top 5 people that I would call if I had something going on. And there's been times that I haven't called, and he's heard that I needed help and was ready to show up at my house.
Okay. Willingness and readiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a rare quality, even when people claim to have it. That they have it, right?
Yeah.
It's not something you can. It's like humility in that way. It's like one of those things. The more you talk about, the less you have. You know? Willingness is kind of is or isn't.
And his actions show it, and that he's just comfortable in his own skin. Whether he realizes it or
that's
not.
potent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with both of those things you said about Donnie. If there was anything about your life today that you have to say that you're most excited for, what do you feel like that would be?
I mean, I'll go back to it, man. Being a father.
What is it about being a father that just like ungrinds your gears?
It feels like a true God-given purpose.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's indescribable. Getting to see a human being form her own attitude, her own opinions, which are very strong. She's, so I'm going to back up. So I grew up as a biological child in a therapeutic foster home.
Oh.
So I've seen a lot of kids go through the system and stuff like that. So the fact that she went into state's custody and I got her back, like, it holds a special place in my heart that I get to be a father and get to raise my child when I saw all those kids whose parents didn't try.
Yeah, the word get, obviously.
Yeah.
Rather than have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, being a parent is not the most stress-free activity one can do.
No.
You know, and it's a huge, huge responsibility in that way. And I don't know that we would be blessed with such responsibilities if we weren't ready to do them in some capacity. So, yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie, where do you think, if you keep doing what you're doing or whatever, like being who you are, where do you think you'll end up in the next, 6 months? What's on the agenda for you?
Next 6 months, man, like spending more quality time with my kids, man, because I'm kind of in the same boat as Marcus, man. That's what I see in my future, right? Is being a more present father. I was absent for, I'm gonna say, like 4 years, you know, in and out, right? But absent-minded, couldn't be there, like whatever. And it's being a more present father, man, getting to spend good quality time with my kids and just living life, man. I've been so shackled for so many years due to drug addiction, you know, all the things, mental health.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah,
sure.
bro.
It's a career path.
It's a struggle, you know. So, like, today I'm in a position where I can live life, you know, like I can.
So all this is brand new to you.
Yeah, I mean, like.
And it's fresh, colorful, vibrant. What do you want to do if you could do anything?
If I could do anything?
Sir? This is not like a secret make-a-wish. Like,
yeah, I know.
Publishers Clearinghouse and some shit. You don't think about yourself that way, I guess.
I don't really like. I mean, yeah, I want to do simple things, man. I just want to like kick back. I want to buy a little house. You know what I'm saying? I want to have me and the woman I'm in a relationship with, and our kids running around the yards with a little dog. You know what I'm saying? Like simple, bro. Like come home every day, do the thing. Like
You like it when it makes sense and it's simple.
yeah, just keep it simple.
Fundamental, I think would be a better word for that. Yeah.
I don't need nothing fancy.
No. I appreciate that about you. And your estimation, when you first remember meeting Marcus and what that encounter was like for you, but do you remember the first time that you felt like the kinship that you all were talking about earlier? Like, do you remember the time where the last time you all had a conversation about weather and somewhere it stepped into the realm of like just brotherhood?
Dude, like, so I don't know that. I think maybe there was a few conversations, like after a meeting or something, that were like, hey, man, how are you? Maybe a hug or something. But, dude, when it got to us having conversations, like, it's always been deep, real, like, heartfelt, meaningful relationships, crying, laughing, like, all of the things, you know what I'm saying? And, like, that's why I feel so close to Marcus anyway, bro, is because we have, and that's the kind of conversations I like to have. I ain't trying to talk about the weather. If I'm talking to the weather with you, I'm bored, and I just want to talk, you know, like, I'm bored. And so, like, those are the conversations I want to have. And Marcus it's never happened for us that we've had to, oh, well, the weather's nice.
No, not once.
Never. And I love that, dude. Like, getting to see the things he's done and the man he's become is amazing. He's one of those, like, when I want to think about something that warms my heart, it's Marcus Carter.
Yeah.
Making me blush.
Both of y'all. I mean, for me in that aspect, the same thing. I get to watch from a bit further distance, but last question, or like the send out was, what is it you all, I don't know if think about it in this context, but we pray for each other. We think about the things in the other person's life, maybe some obstacle struggles that they're having, and they just, whether it works or not, I think it's a beautiful thing that we take the time out and put some intention or our heart energy or power towards that for the other person. I'm not going to ask y'all to like pray for each other, but what are your all's, just in the immediate next couple days, what are your all's hopes for each other? Hope the weather's good.
Yeah, I hope the weather's good. Man, I
I'll take this one. What do you think?
don't take it.
I want Donnie to have plans solidified on when he's going to Ohio to get his kids for spring break.
Ooh. Donnie's like, damn, man.
We know I'm ADHD, and that stuff's constantly going through my head anyway. I'm like, how can I do this? How can I do this? Squirrel. Yes, yes. And like the room's full of them. I mean, like, I hope. I don't know. I don't really like mentioning things like this on a personal level, but like, I hope you know get on the route and get your mouth healed up and like get your stuff fixed, because I know that's something that bothers you, and I care about you, and I hate that it keeps you from seeing you as the man that you are to me, right? I wish you could see you through my eyes.
Thank y'all for doing this.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man.